Hello, I should have had this set up before I went live. But anyhow, got a couple packages today in the mail. And just kind of wanted to do a live box open. I haven't did this for a while. Just wanted to show you. Nothing too expensive here. Only spent a few dollars on these items. Let me find the scissors. So we got two packages. One package here and one package here. Can anybody guess what's in these packages? So we got this package here. Pretty excited to open these. Not expensive at all. I know what's in these ones, but I literally forgot what was in this one. I mean, I can guess what it is, but not exactly what it is. So let's go ahead and open up the mysterious one here in the pretty pink package. Okay, here we go. And I like to cut these because I sell on eBay, so I like to cut these pretty carefully so I can replace items in it that I sell on eBay. So I just get this stuff as a hobby. So let's see what's in here. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Now I was waiting for these to come. These are cool. These are cool, guys. You're not. I mentioned this might be the only video ever in the history of eBay to have these. American Editors, first series. This is the first collection of trading cards ever printed in the world. American Editors, first series. This collection numbers 1 to 50 and contains the first series of 50 pictures of American Editors. Card number 6. One picture package in each box of cigarettes. Allen and Ginter, Richmond, Virginia. And what does that fine print say? I can't even see. We'll try to zoom in on that. It says CEO and Harns and Stone. CEO S. Harris and Sons. Okay. Interesting. So that's card number 6. And this is card number 9. Now, this one's even printed more clearer, so you can really read it a little bit even better. Allen and Ginter, Richmond, Virginia. This is the N1 set. The first set they ever printed. And can you guys guess what year this is from? You'll never guess what year the first ever trading cards was printed. So this is the first ever trading cards. Can you guys guess what year these Allen and Ginters was printed in? We'll go ahead and tell you. The year 1887. So these cards are about 100. Let's see, 100 years would be 1987. So they're roughly 150 years old. And it's in good condition. And if you look closely, it says the Springfield Republican. That's the newspaper. And this guy's name is Samuel Balls from the Springfield Republican. So again, the card was printed in 1887. M1 Allen and Ginter, card number 9. Samuel Bowles, American Editors, in good condition, graded through PSA. The next one we'll have here is Jas Gordon Bennett, also a PSA 2, and he's from the New York Herald. So, and this was a big thing. Now I was a paper delivery boy in the 1980s, and so everybody got newspapers. I delivered them right to their door, And so a news editors, he was a famous people to be a really good famous news editor at the New York Herald. I mean, everybody in 1871 knew who this guy was. He was a household name. Uh News editors was the Michael Jordans of the 1880s, okay? So he was a big thing. Newspapers, that's where you got your information before the internet. So that's in package number one. Now we have, that's very cool. I didn't pay much. I'll be honest. How much did I pay for these cards? I paid $20 a piece for these cards. I paid $20 a piece. I can't believe I won these. It was a new eBay seller that was on there, and he didn't have any. He was like a brand new person. If you're a brand new eBay seller, not very many people will see your items. So it's kind of, when you're a new eBay seller, you kind of miss out on the better sales. So I couldn't believe it. I was like $20 a piece. Now I paid even less for what's in this package here, and I am frugal, and so now these items here, if I would have bought them in person, I mean, honestly, you could find these items for 50 cents, a dollar, 25 cents. These items, nobody does this anymore, but I'm trying to go back to the vintage ways of so very excited for this package. So we'll just pull out one at a time, shall we? Boom. The first item is a book of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. And it says here, a thrilling and gripping tale that you will not set down until it is finished. Steinbeck has touched the quick. The New York Times. They are an unlikely pair. George is small and quick, dark of face. Lenny, a man of tremendous size, has mind of a young child. Yet they have formed a family, clinging together in the face of loneliness and alienation. Laborers in California's dusty vegetable fields, they hustle work when they can, living a hand-to-mouth existence. For George and Lenny have a plan to own an acre of land and a shack they can call their own. When they land jobs on a ranch in the Salines Valley, the fulfillment of their dream seems to be within their grasp. But even George cannot guard Lenny from the provocations of a flirtatious woman, nor predict the consequences of Lenny's unserving obedience to the things George taught him. Winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. Wow. So I thought this book would be bigger. I'm surprised it's so small, and I'm surprised I haven't read it yet. Also by John Steinbeck. The Acts of King Arthur and His Noble Knights. Carney wrote East of Eden, The Grapes of Wrath, A Dubious Battle, The Moon is Down, Of Mice and Men, The Pearl, The Red Pony. Let's see if anything jumps out at me that I also know. Let's see what book this was. Let's see what year this was originally published in. Yeah, this book's in pretty good condition for a softback. So this was originally published. Is it not going to tell me? Here we go. 1937, when this book was first written. So 1937. So that's the first book there of Mice and Men. And so, you know what I want to do, what I kind of visualize myself in, what I would love to do is get an off-grid homestead where there's no internet, and you just have to do, you have to entertain yourself without the power of the internet, you know. And then I can make videos of me entertaining myself without internet and then share it to the internet whenever I get to the internet. Wow. Now this is what I'm talking about. Now I've read, just to let you guys know, I've read thousands of books before. I used to read seriously about 500 pages a day. Um, this book here, I would definitely read this in one sitting. This is a book. I bet you it, and then it really gets your imagination going. Reading is so fundamental. So that's the first book. The second book is Into the Wilderness, a powerful adventure story. One of these rare stories that lets you breathe the air of another time and leave your footprints on the snow of a wild, strange place. Now, this is a big book. This is a book. I like to really sink my teeth into a book. This will be one of them type books. It is December 1972. Elizabeth Middleton leaves her comfortable English estate to join her family in a remote New York mountain village. It is a place unlike any she has ever experienced, and she meets a man unlike she has ever encountered. A white man dressed like a Native American. Nathaniel Bonner, known as the Mohawk people as Between Two Lives, determined to provide schooling for all the children of the village. She soon finds herself locked in conflict with the local slave owners as well as her own family, interweaving the fate of the Mohawk Nation with the destiny of two lovers. Sarah Dante's compelling novel creates a complex, profound, passionate portrait of an emerging America. That sounds like an epic book there. So let's see when this was first written, shall we? So 1998. Oh, so I thought this book would be written later, but anyway. So this is Into the Wilderness, and see, I like the historical settings, and same thing with this one. Off grid, living off the land. These guys trying to get an acre of land. They're working the farm, and so it's just interesting. Let's see what the other. It's two more book reveals. So here goes the third book, The Analects of Confucius. Now I studied, a bachelor's degree in general studies with a minor in psychology and a minor in history, and but I took a lot of philosophy classes, and then outside of philosophy classes, I also read the works of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. So I was definitely really into philosophy, and so Simon Lee's clean, brisk translation gives the contemporary reader direct access to Confucius' mind and style. In this brilliant translation, let's see. Well, let's just see what the contents. Okay. Forward. Let's just see what they have to say about Confucius. Let's see what page one has to offer. So, page one. The master said to learn something and then to put into practice at the right time, is that not joy? To have friends coming from afar, is that not delight? Not to be upset when one's merits are ignored, is this not the mark of a gentleman? So this is deep. I like getting deep. This is for somebody who likes to think a lot. I'm gonna really enjoy this book. Really something to think about it. To learn something and then put it into practice at the right time is that not joy? That's for sure. So last but not least, the fourth book coming out of this nice little package. It's a little book here. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Definitely a classic book. Once again, kind of surprised that I haven't read this already. And this is going to be an older. So this was written in 1945. Catcher in the Rye. There's no kind of things. Let's just read a paragraph out of here, shall we? Maybe not the whole paragraph, because wow, that's one long paragraph. We'll read a few sentences out of the paragraph here. Out of the Catcher in the Rye. Let's see how it off. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like, and how my parents were occupied, and all before they had me, and all that David Copperfield kind of crap. But I don't feel like going into it. If you want to know the truth, in the first place, that stuff bores me. And in the second place, my parents would have about 2 hemorrhages apiece if I told anything pretty personal about them. They're quite touchy about anything like that, especially my father. They're nice and all. I'm not saying that, but they're also touchy as heck. Besides, I'm not going to tell you my whole gosh darn autobiography or anything. I'll just tell you about this madman, Rafi, or it. I'll just tell you about this madman stuff that happened to me around last Christmas. Just stuff that happened to me around last Christmas, just before I got pretty run down. I had to come out here and take it easy. I mean, that's all I told DB about, and he's my brother and all. He's in Hollywood. That isn't too far from this crummy place, and he comes over and visits me practically every weekend. He's going to drive me home when I go home next month, maybe. He just got a Jaguar, one of those little English jobs that could do around 200 miles an hour. It cost him dang near $4,000. He's got a lot of dough now. He didn't used to. He used to be just a regular writer when he used to be just a regular writer when he was home. He wrote this terrific book of short stories, The Secret Goldfish. In case you never heard of him, the best one in it is The Secret Goldfish. It was about, and there you go. So that would actually, now if I wasn't reading through the screen, it reads a little bit easier. And this looks like a super easy book to read. It was about this little kid that wouldn't let anybody look at his goldfish because he bought it with his own money. It killed me. Now he's out in Hollywood, DB being a prostitute. If there's one thing I hate, it's the movies. Don't even mention them to me. So there we go. So that's the 4 books that I got: The Catcher in the Rye, The Analytics of Confucius, Into the Wilderness of Mice and Men. So I'm going to start back reading. So I'm hoping this will kickstart me back into my reading that I love to do. So I got 4 great books, and then I got these two awesome trading cards, the first ever trading cards ever printed from the year 1887. So very cool on this. So I just want to share with you guys just a little mail day that I had. Open up a couple packages, and hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. What's your guys' favorite books? And what is your guys' favorite trading cards? Until next time, take care and bye.